Welcome to Too Old and Too Slow. In this episode, I'm racing at Cadwell Park, taking part in the HSCC Wolds Trophy. So the weekend is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a good weekend. The weather's going to be fantastic. I think it's going to be pretty much like it is here down in Goodwood. First of all, I've got Friday testing session booked. I've got 4 sessions, all of half an hour, where I'm going to focus more on the smoothness and the line rather than absolute speed. There's no point wrecking the car just on testing. And then on Saturday, I've got qualifying in the morning and then a race in the afternoon. And then on Sunday, we got the final race. However, there's a bonus race. Those of us who competed at Oulton Park last time out, the first race was abandoned and that race is being rerun, and we're going to have our original starting positions. So a big thumbs up to the HSCC for arranging an extra race for us on Sunday. So here we are. This is the first of quite a few laps I did in testing. I had 4 sessions. And just going around Coppice and then round Charlie's. As you can see, someone's dropped some oil already as I just slide past this Formula 4 2000 and down the Park Straight. Right, the park curve is quite a challenging second gear corner, and you push round to Chris Curve, and then probably the most challenging section, which is the Gooseneck. The car feels quite unstable through here, and you try and plant the throttle and get through as quick as you can before you drop down to Mansfield, which is a second gear left-hander. So we come along to towards the mountain. This is the right hander up a hill. The car gets really light and you can hear the back of the car lift up a little bit, and it can get a bit squirrely. Through the Halls bends. These are very tricky and challenging in second gear. Drop down to first, round the hairpin, and then the next right hand corner is one of the most important corners, which is Barn, because it leads on to the start-finish straight, and then you nail it flat out, going through the gears as quick as you can through to Coppice, which ideally should be flat out. So I'm just about to head out to qualifying. The key for qualifying for me is to get 3 clean laps in so I can qualify for the race, and then after that build with the further laps I have left. In 20 minutes I reckon we'll get probably 9 laps in, so there's not much time to waste. So on with qualifying. So here we are on a qualifying lap. The key through Coppice is to maintain some momentum up the hill around Charlie's. Charlie's is where I struggled probably the most throughout the weekend. Really struggled getting the power down and trying to get a good run onto the straight. The faster cars in my championship were doing 134s, which is I think a blistering time around this circuit. And I am going considerably slower. This qualifying lap came in at 142, which is slower than I really wanted. I wanted to break 140, but you've got the whole weekend and there's no point losing it on qualifying. I've got a little bit of traffic ahead of me, and that doesn't help very much. It can give you a bit of a tow down the straights, but here I think my lap's slightly compromised by the cars in front. Anyway, I did a 142 and that put me on the grid at 19th. So quite near the back, bit of work to do, but that's what the game's all about. And here we are for race 1, rolling start. Rolling starts I don't find particularly easy. Being near the back, there's a concertina effect. All you can do is stick as close as you can to the car in front and try not to let him get away. I think I slightly dropped the ball there slightly. I slip in behind Ben. Looking behind me I can see Mike trying to make a bit of a move on the inside, and I close that off. So my mission is to stick on the tail of Ben for as long as I can and see if I can pick off an overtake. Even now on the first lap I'm just giving Ben a little bit too much space. I do need to push on a bit harder and stick the nose of my car a lot closer to his gearbox. I'm giving him an opportunity to pull away from me, and it's just lack of racecraft which is holding me back. I'm still sticking with Ben okay at the moment. Left hand side, yellow flags, and out comes the safety car. And sure enough, we all have to back up behind the safety car, and that gives us a chance to catch up with the rest of the pack and resets the start of the race. And soon enough the safety car's back in and we're up and racing again. Again, it's around Charlie's where I seem to lose a little bit of time from the cars in front. I just need to push on and have a bit more faith in the tyres and that they'll hold around Charlie's and I won't slide off into the grass. I think this is a critical bit of footage. I'm following Ben down the straight, and as I approach Coppice, you can hear a distinct lift. I should be absolutely flat through there. That's compromised me going to Charlie's. Ben's pulling away, and by the end of Charlie's, he's got 5/6 lengths on me, which he shouldn't have, and that compromised the rest of my race. I eventually pick up another car in front. It's got a bit of a technical problem. I get distracted and boom, almost hit the barriers. I should quickly bang it in reverse and get out of the grass, and that is the end of race 1 for me. So that was qualifying in race 1. I was relatively content with how I qualified. Could have gone a bit quicker, but in the race, I think I had the pace until I fell off the back a little bit from Ben and spun, and that was the end of my race 1. But today's another day. We've got 2 races today, and the first one is in about an hour, so I better suit up and get ready. Well, I'm starting 16th in race 2 because of the finish in race 1, and I'm looking for the line there, and I think I may have slightly jumped the start and got ahead of my teammate Ben in car number 47. I carry on anyway, and I do a little bit later give him the place back. Already I'm dropping off the back of the pack in front a little bit. That was because of my speed through Charlie's, and that's Sam Harrison going through, who failed to finish the first race but is one of the front runners in the championship. I'm running down the straight. The car behind me has got a slightly better run through Barn and has picked up my slipstream. And as I approach Coppice, he launches on the inside over the curb, and I get the usual view of following Ben Hadfield around a motor racing circuit. As the race progresses, I managed to catch up with a few of the drivers in front, who are having a bit of a battle. I want to sit on the back of these guys and see if I can get past anybody. As I'm going through Charlie's, again I'm getting a little bit quicker through here, but still not quick enough, and I get a bit of a run down towards car number 27, Steve Pearce. He is running a car which has got a few technical problems, and he gives up his place without any real battle. And that's how race 2 finished. I came in at 15th with a lap time of 1:41. I was relatively pleased with that. Of course I wanted to move up and battle with the mid-pack, but no such luck. Anyway, we moved on to race 3, a bonus race, which was a rerun of a race that was abandoned at Oulton Park. And this is just about the fastest lap of the weekend for me. As I go around Park Bend, I'm at last starting to really feel the car and the level of grip available. It's taken me a weekend, but this lap was a 140. I wanted to get below 140, and I was pretty close. There's more work to be done, but what a great weekend. I'm pushing on to try and catch the car in front, and that's George Ditchfield in car number 22, and I just hope that I've got enough time to catch him. I'm pushing on. I can see George in my sights now. If I can get round this corner and maybe get a good run through Barn, there's a chance, but not quite fast enough through there. And I look down towards the start finish straight. I see the checkered flag, and that is the end of the weekend. So that's how the weekend finished. Great weekend, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I really benefited from driving every day for 3 days. It made a huge difference in consistency, and I'm really starting to feel the car move underneath me a lot more, and all the things that people talk about in various YouTube videos about the car rotating and understeer and oversteer. I can really appreciate those things now. I progressed from 145 to 140, so that's a significant improvement over my lap times. I'm disappointed I couldn't get it down to 139, but that will come. And what does the future hold? Well, there's one more meeting in the calendar, and that's Brands Hatch at the Formula Ford Festival. That's in a few weeks, and it's not certain I'll be going to that meeting. I have a few family commitments, and also there's the possibility of the increased restrictions following the second spike in the coronavirus, which is affecting us in a strange way this year. 2020 really has been peculiar. But the car's safe and sound. I've got a few jobs to do over the winter if I don't race again, and I will video those so you can see what my winter upgrade and maintenance program is. And there may be a few bonus features as well, bits and pieces which I want to film. So thank you very much for watching. Please do remember to subscribe. It makes a big difference if you do subscribe, and if you hit the little notification bell, you won't miss another episode when I upload it. So thank you very much for watching again, and I'll speak to you next time.